So how much walking do you need to do every single day to lose weight? How many steps a day do you need to lose weight? That's the question we're going to answer in this video, and we're going to split this up into 3 different sections. First, we're going to quickly explain why walking is such a cheat code for losing weight. Then we're going to help you find your specific step goal, how much walking you're going to do every single day to hit your specific goal. And then 3, we're going to give you some tips to take your walking to the next level to help you hit those goals even faster. So the first section of this is, why is walking so amazing for weight loss? And that's because it all comes down to calories. If you're looking to lose weight, your body needs to be burning more calories than you're eating on a daily basis. So when it comes to calories in for that number, it's your food intake, so all the calories that are in the different foods that you're eating, and calories out comes from a variety of factors. It comes from just being alive, burns most of your calories actually, being alive, and then like fidgeting burns calories, exercise also burns calories. Basically everything that you're doing through being a human that burns energy, like consuming food, moving around, fidgeting, all of that stuff burns calories, okay? But what walking is exercise. And so exercise is a great tool for being healthier and also for burning calories. But why walking is so superior when it comes to weight loss is because, unlike most forms of exercise, walking doesn't make you a lot more hungry from doing it. So you still are burning calories, but you're not getting more hungry. I'm sure you can remember times when you were working out really hard or running a lot and you found yourself so much more hungry that you were eating more food and it basically like evened itself out. With walking, you don't have that issue because human beings were built to walk very long distances. So we still have that feature that you can take advantage of to lose weight. We had to walk back in the day a very long period of time because we didn't know where our next meal was coming from. So we had to have that in us. You still have that. Even though there's a grocery store down the road, your body doesn't know that. And that's why you hold on to so many more calories, and that's why you hold on to fat. Because when you eat more calories than your body needs, it stores it because it doesn't know when it may not have calories in the future. Our bodies don't know that there's a grocery store down the line, so it holds on to fat for future use. And so many of the foods that we eat nowadays are so high in calories and they're not very filling. So most people have this number way too high. Their calories is way too high and their calories out is just at a massive difference. So they're constantly gaining weight because this number is exceeding this number. So walking can help us with this number a lot more. It can get this number up consistently over time, and that can really help us lose weight. So that's why walking in particular is such an amazing form of exercise to lose weight. Now that you get that, now let's tackle how many steps a day should you be hitting. Okay, this is the magic number. Most people say 10K steps a day, and that's a great number to start from. And if that feels good to you, then go ahead and use that. But what I found in my experience is that 12K steps a day is really where I start to see weight loss become a lot easier for me. Okay, that's where I found that I lose weight a lot faster. I get momentum a lot quicker. And that's the magic number that I found, where it's not walking too much where my body hurts, but it's enough where I get some expedited weight loss results. Okay, so I would say for most people who are healthy, I actually recommend 12K steps a day if you're looking to lose weight. But I know a lot of people watching this may be very overweight, and just hearing 12K steps a day makes your body hurt. And so if that is the case, where walking this many steps would make your body actually in pain, then obviously drop the number down. And when you're picking your goal, if you're in that situation, pick the highest number that you could do every single day. And if that's 4,000, fantastic, make it 4K, but then do that for a week and then try to get it to 5K and see how that makes you feel and work your way up to this. If you haven't been active and you're very overweight, 4 or 5K steps a day may be a fairly high goal to start with, but give it a try. If you can do it again the next day, then keep doing it. And if you can't, drop the number down and start from there and then ramp up. So 4K is the number that I'll say if you're overweight, and then scale up. So this is going to be burning calories, but like we talked about before, the calories in matters just as much, if not more, than how much you're walking or how much you're burning. So you need to get your food sorted out, even with the walking, okay? So food consumption very much matters here. So what I want you to do right now is to go Google TDEE calculator and figure out how much food and how many calories you should be eating on a daily basis to maintain a certain weight. You'll put in your height, your weight, your sex, your lifestyle, and then it will give you a number of what you should be eating depending on your goals. And you want to find out what you're burning on a daily basis from being who you are, doing the things that you do. And then you want to figure out how you can get below that number so that you're burning more calories than you're taking in. And walking can be an amazing tool to get you to that calorie deficit. So let's say it's 2,700 calories per day that you're finding that would keep you at the exact same weight that you're at. When trying to lose weight, you want to get into a deficit of 3 to 500-ish calories per day for a healthy, consistent amount of weight loss. This can change depending on your goals and your body and all this stuff. So definitely consult a professional if you have more specific questions. But usually 300 to 500 calories per day of a deficit can do a lot for helping you hit your weight loss goals. So 3 to 500 calories. So 3 to 500 calorie deficit per day is what we're looking for to lose weight. So how do we get to here from walking? Well, walking burns calories like we said. And so if you're getting 5K steps a day, that is burning 150 to 250 calories a day. So if you get up to that 10K number, obviously you're burning double that amount, right? So you're burning 300 to 500 a day, and so on and so forth. So if you're able to figure out what your number is, your total daily energy expenditure, and you're just hitting that, then that can be a great way to keep you satisfied and full and get to that calorie deficit, not from restricting how much food you're eating, but instead you're getting that in the form of cardio that doesn't make you more hungry. So if you're hitting 12K steps a day, you're gonna pretty reliably be around 500 calories per day, if not more, that you're burning more than you're taking in. And that's really the magic of how you start losing weight, is you get this stuff in check. So to summarize for this section, what should your goal be? For me, most people I recommend is 12K steps a day if you're a healthy person. I've found that does wonders for me in terms of expediting my fat loss, makes me feel better, helps me get momentum, all that good stuff. I've really found that 12K is that magic number for me. I know it's aggressive, but it will change your life. And if you are very overweight, I recommend trying 4K steps a day. If that's way too easy, then scale that up. But if that hurts your body, scale it down, okay? And that's what's gonna help us get to our goals. So keep all these numbers in mind when you're trying to set your goals for what you're eating and how many steps you're taking per day. Like let's say that you can only walk 4K steps a day, you're gonna be closer to this 150 number. So you wanna make sure you're eating accordingly to get to that 3 to 500 calories per day deficit for you to start seeing some weight loss. So that's our goal for daily walking. Now here are some tips to get your walking to the next level, to get more from your walking. The first is you can add intensity. So you can do like the soccer moms do around the track where they walk with some pace, they speed up faster, you see them going like this. That will burn more calories because there's more energy being used to do that movement. That's why there's also a range right here in terms of how many calories are burned per steps. Not all steps are created equally. If you're burning more energy per step, you're gonna burn more calories, obviously. And your weight will also play a role in this too. There's a lot of factors. That's why there's a range here. So you can add intensity, take more brisk walks. That'll help you burn more calories per walk. Next, you want to definitely track your steps, okay? Because what you don't track, you don't know. And so you want to see if you're hitting that goal and also create a plan around your day to make sure that you're hitting that goal. I recommend using an app to make the whole experience a lot more fun, easier to track, and create that accountability. We run an app just like that. It's called Step Pals. It works a lot like Tamagotchi. You adopt a virtual pet, you set a daily step goal, and you can only take care of your pet and keep it alive by hitting your daily steps. So you get accountability, you get a ton of nostalgia if you're a 90s baby like me, and it makes it way more likely and more fun that you actually hit your daily steps to hit your goal. So definitely check out Step Pals. There are links down below. You can try it for free on Apple or Android, and it makes it a lot easier to hit your daily step goals because you have a mechanism of accountability that's reminding you every single day and making the whole experience a lot more fun and rewarding as well. That's why we built it. I wasn't walking enough. I wanted to lose weight, so I built Step Pals, and you can try it out for free. Link down below. The third tip that I have is to get early morning steps. Okay, this is a huge one because when you hear that you have to hit 12K steps a day, especially if you're working a desk job, this number seems incredibly aggressive if you don't set your day up correctly. So if you get into the habit of morning walks, it makes your day start off on the right foot. You get momentum for any work or anything else that you'll be doing. And it also makes hitting this big number so much more attainable. Another added benefit is when you get morning sunlight in your eyes, it helps you with your sleep because it helps set your circadian rhythm and makes it a lot easier for you to get better sleep, which is also going to help you be more active, healthy, and help you lose more weight also. So another massive benefit, I cannot stress the importance of early morning steps to make this whole thing a lot faster and better. And if you want to be a daily walker, a daily morning walker is how you take this thing to another level. And the last tip for walking in particular is walk after your meals. And an additional pro tip here is to go for that walk when you find yourself like 80% full. Okay. And that may mean you're leaving stuff on the plate. And you should be doing that. Whenever you see you're like close to full, you're comfortable, instantly get up and go for a walk, 20 to 30 minutes. Because by the time that you do that, your stomach will talk to the rest of your brain and body, and you'll probably be full. And you just saved yourself 20% of the calories that you were going to consume if you just kept eating. I used to do that all the time. I love food. And so once I started doing this, I predictably found that I was overeating and I didn't even realize it because I felt just as comfortable, just as full the times when I went for the walk and didn't finish as the times that I ate the entire thing. It does take some time for your body to talk and to tell you that you're full. So this hack has been massively game-changing for me. When you feel comfortable, you feel 80% full, get up, go for a walk, go for a 20, 30-minute walk. And when you come home, if you are still hungry, go ahead and eat the rest of the plate. I'm very confident, more often than not, you won't be hungry and you just saved yourself a bunch of calories to help you hit your goals faster. All right, now let's talk timeline, okay? Let's talk about how long it's gonna take for you to start seeing some results. So like I said, we wanna get to that 300 to 500 calorie a day deficit to start seeing some weight loss. And if you do this, you can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds per month just from this. Okay, so this is like on easy mode. If you just do these things, it's pretty easy and you'll predictably lose weight. If you want to lose a weight a lot faster, use walking as a tool to get there faster. So increase your daily steps or eat less food. That's the way you're going to get weight loss a lot faster. That's a very cautious numbers. If you're a little more aggressive with your steps, say you're hitting that 12K step goals and you're eating at a slight calorie deficit, it is totally achievable to lose 10 to 20 pounds over the next 3-ish months. That's like totally doable, especially if you're very overweight. That is an achievable goal for you. 10 to 20 lbs in 3 months. That's a very attainable goal. I've seen people lose a lot more by walking more and eating less, but ultimately you want to do whatever is sustainable for you. I would way rather you get to a place gradually and doing things that you can maintain doing for the rest of your life. Otherwise, it's not truly changing your life. And the whole reason why I built this app in the first place was because I saw a lot of people that didn't enjoy their life, and it really stemmed from them not feeling good in their own skin and about themselves, and it trickled over into every other part of their life. And so getting this stuff right, caring about yourself, building a routine can truly change your life. And if you build these habits, it doesn't even have to be something that you think about. I'm sure if you're watching this right now, weight and your fitness is probably an obsession of yours because it's not in a good state. But like anything else in your life that you have figured out, it comes down to systems and habits. And this is what you need to build. You now have the know-how to create a very simple system to achieve your goals. Adjust these numbers accordingly and just do it. Do it longer than you think that you need to. Don't obsess over the scale every single day. Zoom out and look at it over a month, 2 months, 3 months. And if you do these things and you're honest with yourself, you will lose weight. And like I said earlier in the video, we did build StepPals, a step accountability game that you can access on Android or iPhone and try out for free that will help you hit your daily steps. Links are down below. And I'd love to hear from you. How many steps are you hitting per day? What is your current step goal? And what are you hoping to get it to after watching this video? I'll see you in the next video. Happy walking.